Well, I'll tell you. Now, this is not meant to change anybody's opinions about the game. If you want to get it, get it. I just like why I'm not going to get it because his comments kind of pissed me off. But before I get started, to be precise, it was one of the producers. Now, I started with this tweet right here that Final Fantasy 16 will not have black or POC characters because it's based off a medieval setting. Okay, cool. Now, Naoyuki Yoshida goes into more detail in the interview he did, so, pause to read. Now, this is where my issue comes in. Now, you say you're not going to have any black people or people of color in the game because it's a medieval setting. But if you just hop on Google for 5 minutes, I promise, just 5, you will find out that plenty of black people were in medieval Europe. Well, why is that? Because this group called the Moors ruled portions of Europe for hundreds of years. Some say they pushed Europe straight into the Renaissance. They have a long, well-documented history of their contributions that they're still enjoying to this day. Moors brought paved roads, proper hygiene, lowered the illiteracy rate, just generally made a bunch of positive contributions. But let me stop before this becomes a black history lesson, and honestly that's not my only issue. The game is called Final What? This is fiction. You could literally do whatever you desire. Not to mention not a single depiction of the medieval world has been historically accurate. But you add this aspect that you perceive was real. Magic is fine, summoning creatures is fine, fighting dragons is fine. But black people and people of color is where you draw the line at. It's just stuff like this that really get on my nerves. And it's just how other cultures just buy into white supremacy. Because when I first saw that first trailer, I'm like, dang, everybody in this game is lily white. And it's funny, the gameplay looks great, but the story art looked pretty boring to me. It looks like another generic story. Now, I'm not somebody who generally looks for representation in Japanese media because I don't trust them with it. Now, there's plenty that do get it right, but plenty that don't. There is a clear difference in the representation of white people versus the representation of black people in Japanese media. I would prefer if they just didn't say anything, because it was just another BS excuse to hide the anti-blackness. And I'm not trying to hear none of that, well, Japanese people don't know any better. These are adults. If you don't want to put black people in your stories, that is perfectly fine. Just be honest about it. And I'm not trying to change anybody's mind about this game. If you want to get it, that's perfectly fine. This is one reason why I personally would not pick it up, because I'll be thinking about that the entire time. I just feel like they really need to do better. And it's honestly just very disappointing. But when I'm constantly hearing black people can't be this and that, this was just another slap in the face to me. And well, I just plan on skipping it. But that's just me. If you have a different opinion, that's perfectly fine. In the meantime, I'll catch y'all later.